of these with a matcha. I'm telling you, chef's kiss. Like, you know I want to try this. If I didn't have the Russell Hobbs one, I would try this. It looks pretty good, like iron, steaming, fabric brushing and lint removal. 10 out of 10, yes, getting these. But wait, these dark chocolate ones also look quite nice. I think I've had a total of 2 mince pies in the last 4 weeks, which is very unlike me. I like a mince pie, but I struggle, when buying a whole box, I struggle to actually eat them all because Dean doesn't like them. And I'm like, should I get 9 mini mince pies and I can have those with like a coffee or a matcha in the afternoon? Or do I commit to a box of 6 and maybe freeze some of them? Don't know, I feel like with a mini mince pie I'm cheated of the full experience of a full-size mince pie. But then I do like the idea of just having a little mini one. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to go full mince pie. Genuinely might ask for this for Christmas. Am I that person? Am I this level of cat owner yet? I'm close. I'm so close. Angle grinder, anyone? Anyone looking for an angle grinder? Because Middle of Lidl's got them. If the cats didn't already have their hammock, I would be tempted by this. It is a hammock that clips onto your radiator, which Susie would definitely love because she loves sitting on the radiator. And that is $6.99. Not bad. I'm drawn to these. I couldn't tell you why. I think it's because they're mini. What I love about the Middle of Lidl is that somehow things that you actually need just present themselves to you. Like, we genuinely do need one of these to help push the heat around the house so that it's not just in the lounge when the fire's on. And look, lo and behold, the Middle of Lidl has a double stove fan. Hold up. My niece and nephew would love me this Christmas. Their parents, not so much. These are either going to be an absolute waste of time, or like, Susie loves a felted toy, so I might just try and see if she likes these. Is it sad that I think this looks like it would be loads of fun to use? The child in me is having to do everything within my power not to buy these. Oh my god. Jump leads, you never know when you're going to need them. Oh my god, I had no idea these were back. I mean, did they go away? Have they always been around? Does anyone else remember these as a kid? Hold up. Oh my god. There's so much like clothes care in here at the moment. I'm like in my element. Trainer cleaning brush. Electric shoe dryer. This is tempting. Very tempting, because the one I have at the moment isn't great. Totally understand if you're like, wait, what, that was supposed to be fun? But tell me, which other supermarket will you find a welder's helmet alongside your groceries and like a water jet flosser? Not Tesco's, not Morrison's, definitely not Waitrose. It's just, that element of surprise is not found in any other supermarket, and that changes every week. So it's surprise after surprise after surprise. They do a magazine called Lidl Weekly, which does kind of like show you some of the star buys for the following week, but it's such a small selection. And it kind of gives you an idea of the theme, but that's about it. Everything else shrouded in mystery. So that's why I enjoy it, because every week there'll just be the wildest things in there that you would never imagine would be found in a supermarket. There was a lot of toys at the moment, obviously pre-Christmas, a lot of just like heavy gifting, like loads of grooming stuff, tons of tools, and what else? Not as much food as I had hoped. I think I was a little bit too late. I should have gone about a week or 2 weeks ago, because there was not a lot left. Like, they're not really restocking much at the moment, so still got some nice things. Look what arrived. My favourite coffee. I look so weird with my hair blow dried straight. It's because I'm wearing my hair tied in a bun a lot at the moment, and I find when I blow dry it, it just ties up a lot easier, and it also has a bit more volume. I am quite hormonal at the moment, so I am unsure how this vlog's going to turn out. I don't think it's going to be a great one, just because the hormones are bringing with it a lot of that sort of like low self-confidence again, a lot of negative talk, and that does have a tendency to affect content for me. So yeah, this could be a bit of a meh vlog. I'm seeing Michelle again this week though, so that'll be fun. She is heading back to Taiwan after Christmas for like 2 months. So I'm just trying to make the most of her being in the UK, because I won't probably see her now until spring, when she's back in Europe. An embarrassing attempt I will not even show you this time, because I've essentially just made a cappuccino. I think Christmas is in like, I don't even know. I don't know what date we're at now. Christmas is in like a week, I think. Yeah, that's mad. And feeling probably the least festive I think I've ever felt. Like, I've felt more festive over in Australia in a completely different climate than I have here. But I think just circumstances at the moment have just led us to not really do anything that's got us in the Christmas spirit. I must say, not having a tree has majorly made me just kind of almost forget about Christmas in a way. And not really doing much this year in terms of like, you know, like kind of festive gatherings, like we haven't really done any like many parties or dinners or anything like that. I'm just like not really in the mood this year. I think we've just been so focused on getting like all the last bits done outside, so it's all watertight and waterproof, that Christmas has just completely almost passed us by without even noticing. So I think next week, which is actual Christmas week, I will start to feel it. Like, I think by Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve, maybe I'll start to feel it. But I'm not hugely bothered, because all both of us really want to do is like sit on the sofa watching TV, eating cheese and crackers, and I think that is largely what we will do over the Christmas break. So yeah, I don't really know. You can tell I'm tired and hormonal, can't you? I feel like I'm just on the edge of tears, and I always get like this in the first few days of my period. I'm just like, anything could send me over the edge. We started season 2 of Silo last night. It's so good. In my opinion, Silo so far has been a perfect show. Every episode has left me wanting more. There hasn't been a single episode to me that has felt like a lull or like dragged out or anything. Every episode has like created new questions or answered questions. The pace of it's been great. I've just absolutely loved it. I don't know how long the gap was between season 1 and 2, but the way season 1 ended, I don't know how I would have coped not being able to just continue on to season 2. I'm quite glad that we started season 1 so late that we've been able to just crack on with season 2 immediately. About 2/3 of the way through season 1, I had a funny feeling that it would end the way it ended, but it was still a great cliffhanger, and I think that was the way it had to end. And what I'm liking about season 2 is that there's so many different storylines now, and every storyline is very captivating in itself. So I'll just be watching, and then it will like switch to another storyline, and I'm like, oh wait, I forgot that was even happening alongside this. So really enjoying that so far. The way season 1 ended, it kind of reminded me how Severance made me feel when that ended. I mean, Severance, the end of season 1, like that was a cliffhanger like no other. It was like they literally cut in the middle of a scene. Which reminds me, we want to rewatch that so that we are refreshed, ready for season 2 next month, because I feel like there are a few things I've forgotten and I just need to have a bit of a refresh, and it's just a great show. So I would like to rewatch just to kind of experience that again. I am just getting myself ready. I've got to go out and do a few Christmas shopping bits and then off to pub quiz. If you want to feel really self-conscious about your makeup, just shine a really bright studio light in your face. Look how shiny I am. I was like, my makeup also looks very patchy, like I've not really blended anything out properly. Anyway, this is really helping with the lack of light at the moment. I've whined too much about how dark it is and I was like, I need a solution. I know it's not very glamorous, but at least when filming like this, you can actually see things properly because it's not getting brighter any day soon. Okay, today I'm wearing Lee Studio earrings, Casa Alon ring. This is Alagiri. Middle one is Majuri. The knit. Oh, the knit. Quite a treat to myself. I have, this is the Ophelia knit from the row. I have the grey one. I've worn it a lot. It's probably my most worn piece of knitwear, and I figured the navy would probably get worn even more than the grey. So I had to dig around for discount codes because I always try and either buy the row secondhand or I'll just wait it out for sale or a discount code. And I had some points saved up on Louisa Via Roma, and I found a discount code and it took quite a chunk off, so I was like, great. But the grey Ophelia that I have, I got that in the Matches closing down sale. I was actually quite surprised I managed to get that because everything went so quickly. Anyway, it is absolutely stunning, but there are some really good styles of jumper like this on the high street at the moment, or, you know, at a significantly lower price. I know COS did a grey version that looked very similar. I've not seen it in real life. Navy grey though, if you're looking for like a really good and chunky navy knit, Navy grey have got a really, really nice one that I'll link. And I'll link any other ones that have crossed my path recently. Trousers are Studio Nicholson. They're a satin, like kind of like a curved leg. They were so long when I got them. So I had them taken up just so that they hit the kind of like heel of my shoe. With the nature of the fabric, I really didn't want these touching the floor. And then they've got wool pockets, which is quite a nice like little contrast of texture. And then you can see I'm having a little bit of a tough time figuring out shoe. Two very different vibes are created here. Because I'm going out this evening, I think I'm going to go for the loafer. But if I was just... I mean, I am just going to the pub quiz. I mean, but it's the last one of the year. It's the Christmas one. So I think I quite like the shininess of the trouser with the shininess of the loafer. But then I love the trouser with this, and like I like all of this as well. I think, yeah, just if I was going out just for the day, I would probably go for the Marie H sneaker. But for pub quiz, I'm going to go with Eel. Yeah, right, I'm gonna get going. Smashed it, mate.
Oh, what?
Question 2. Scott's word for the last name of the year is Hominy. Christmas jumper game was December 12th. 6 points, we've got Alan Partridge in a pear tree.
That's good, mate.
Another time, in 6th place at 57 points, we've got Festive Jam and Crash and Burn.
Fifth place.
59 points, we've got Team Let's Get Quizzical.
It is absolutely freezing today, but we had to do this while it was dry. Hence why I've got my Uggs on, because my feet were so cold. First coat done, looking very nice. We're pleased, aren't we?
So much better.
Yeah. So this will dry for the rest of the afternoon, and then tomorrow, second coat. Okay, Dean has gone out for the evening, so it's a girls' night in, which means fire on. I've ordered a takeaway, and I'm probably just going to sit and read my book and play with Susie and Juno in between reading. I know I said I was going to read, but I am currently enthralled by an episode of A Place in the Sun. Some of you, I'm laughing because it's like A Place in the Sun, enthralling, 2 words I never thought would go together, but I am such a sucker for like this kind of like comfort daytime TV, even more so in the evening when I'm on my own. Anyway, some of you might remember ages ago I confessed my love for Four in a Bed. I still absolutely love Four in a Bed, but a few months ago I found a channel on Sky that basically plays, it seems to just play A Place in the Sun and Escape to the Country back to back all day, every day. So it's like my dream comfort watching to have on in the background when I'm in the house. And then like tonight when I'm on my own, I, you know, will actually sit down and properly watch it. A Place in the Sun is a house hunting program for people who want to find their dream holiday home abroad. So presenters will like travel to wherever they, you know, want to move to with them, and then show them like 4 to 5 properties and hope that they'll buy one of them. It doesn't have the that great like passive aggressive Britishness about it that Four in a Bed has, but it still has very funny like British isms about it. It's just funny watching us Brits on programs like this and the way we kind of just like conduct ourselves in situations, especially when we don't like something and we don't want to say we don't like it, because often, you know, there are many properties that people get shown that just don't like, but rather, I mean, some people will just say I don't like it, but many people won't just say it outright. And it's the way in which they'll be like, you know, you can see it on their face when they walk in a room, and it's like, yeah, good size bedroom. Oh, no ensuite. Oh, okay, no, deal breaker, no ensuite. Or like they'll walk into like a lounge area or something like, yeah, the light's nice. Oh, it's not south facing. Oh, okay, no, yeah, no, so we can't budge on, you know, it has to be south facing. Anyway, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just the way us Brits are sometimes is just funny to watch. Anyway, I'm watching A Place in the Sun, Home or Away, which is a version of Place in the Sun where they help people find people who want to relocate in the UK and also buy a property abroad. This couple have a budget of 1.25 million. So I was like, I need to watch this, because it's quite rare, I find, that people come on the show with like big budgets like that. They want to use 900,000 of the budget to buy a house in Lewes, which is quite an expensive place to live in the UK. And then the remaining budget to buy a house in, or an apartment in Palma and Mallorca, or a house, I can't remember what they said. But they have such a strict criteria, and they're like, won't compromise, like they're just not budging on any of the boxes that they want ticked. And so far, like, just nothing is even coming close to what they want. And the woman is quite cutthroat about it. Like, one of the properties, I don't even think she wanted to walk through the front door. She just saw it and was just like, no. So yeah, this is the kind of thing I like to watch. Obviously, when Dean's here, we actually watch like proper, like not daytime TV programs. Look at her, she's down there doing a little fit pick in front of a taxi with the driver in the taxi. No shame. Exactly the same knit and jewellery as the other day. I've added this little dark brown Cordera bag just to get the essentials in this afternoon. I'm not sure it's going to fit over my coat though, which is why I've just kind of put it on now. and I'll wear it under my coat. But I can just about get card, keys, lip balm, blusher and phone in here. But yeah, everything else the same as the other day. And then I'm wearing a skirt. This one's from Ray, unfortunately. It's really dark navy and it's 100% wool. It is such a beautiful skirt. It's quite like a heavy wool, but it feels very nice to wear, and it has a very like cozy feel to it, and it's just cut very, very well. People speak with a lot of sadness when they talk about Ray, and rightly so. Like, they filled a gap, and when they went, it opened that gap up again, because they had such a skill for taking into consideration cuts and fabrics and understanding how the two of those together are very important. And they just got it and they hit the mark. Whereas a lot of brands are missing the mark because they don't think about those two things together. Like, for example, I was trying to look for something I could link as an alternative to this. But there are just so many, like, there's a lot of navy wool skirts out there, but so many of them aren't cut quite right, or they've got polyester in them. So then that changes the way the skirt looks a lot and kind of gives a lot of these pencil skirts a very like, almost like a very office workwear type look to them. Hello, where have you've just come out from one of the drawers, haven't you? Anyway, I could go on and on about this for ages, but yeah, they got it, and we're just kind of waiting for another brand like that to come along and really get it again. But yeah, it's a beautiful skirt. I love it so much. And then the Row canal boots. I've got some tights on because it's Baltic out there, and then I'm just going to bundle up with like a really big navy coat and then that camel scarf. Voila. Managed to get the bag over my coat as well. Gosh, this is quite an old one from Lex Finger Marché, South Korean brand. And then the scarf is Johnston's of Elgin. It is absolutely huge. It could be used as a very, very fancy picnic blanket. That's how big it is. But you know, like, I could do like a full shawl thing. I like to just really like wrap it quite tight around my neck at the moment. Right, that's that. I'm going. Bye. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. This vlog's been really rubbish. Do you know what, this whole last week I've allowed a lot of negative self-talk to kind of get the better of me, and I kind of briefly mentioned it at the start of the week, didn't I? Like, that really affects my kind of like, I guess, motivation to create content, because I just beat myself up about things and I put too much pressure on myself. And I think at this time of year as well, like, I don't know, I struggle with feeling like I've not done Christmas right, you know, like feeling like, oh, you know, I haven't got all these like beautiful images of like perfectly set table or like all my perfectly decorated lounge, etc, etc. And it's silly really, isn't it? Like, when you say it out loud it sounds absolutely daft, but like, yeah, I just find like this time of year can really kind of like bring out a lot of that kind of like comparison behaviour, and I have let it get the better of me this week, and I think being hormonal does not help with that situation whatsoever. So yeah, not really the vlog I kind of wanted to produce this week, but I still wanted to like put something out there, because so many of you have like reached out to me like directly, you know, either through like message or email, and just sort of said like how thankful they are to have this like weekly content and how much it's helped, particularly at this time of year. So I don't take that lightly at all. Like, that to me is like such a huge like piece of feedback that I'm just like, I guess very, 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 very grateful and very touched that people feel that way. So I think next week will be better. Do you know, I think once Christmas is over with, I will be in a better headspace, and like, I've got some things I want to do after Christmas, like in terms of content. So anyway, I am going to leave it here. I hope you all enjoy the remainder of 2024, and I will see you all again on the first day of 2025. Goodbye. Just about to start editing the vlog, and Juno just popped up and put this on the dining table. What could it be? Clearly Juno got Susie to write this because Juno's left-handed, so she's not got the best handwriting, bless her. She a bit like me. This was before those cards that I saw in Clinton Cards. And yeah, they've sent me this lovely message to thank me for being a good cat mum this year. Very cute. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I don't know where Susie is.
She's under the table.
Is she? Susie. Thank you. Thank you so much.